Shalom, Yashalom. I'm going to start off as always by giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle of GMS, and also you brothers are doing the work in truth, war, sincerity. This one's going to be titled, Are Protesters Terrorists? And the simple answer to the question is, according to the elites, yes. According to elites, anyone who doesn't follow the status quo is a terrorist, is an extremist. And basically the inspiration for this one came from this headline here: police told to apologize for treating Occupy London protesters as extremists. Because what these peons don't seem to realize is that the elites work on something called Ordo ab Chaos, right, which basically is order out of chaos. So 9/11 came, a whole load of anti-terrorism laws were put in place, not only in the US but also in the EU, because over here in the EU you've got the European Union, who basically can override any law that a sovereign nation has, more or less, which is why there's this whole big thing about, oh, let's leave Europe. But as things stand, so we've been telling these people, oh, your government don't care about you. All of these terrorist attacks are actually false flags in order to take away your rights. But they're like, no, 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 no. But here it's coming out. Now, those same rules that they're being put in each time a false flag happens are basically being used to attack, quote unquote, innocent civilians. I forgot the film actually, but the film is set in London, but you have a whole group of people amassed, and you've got snipers on the roof, and then basically the command says to go and kill them all. Because in that day, if you ain't down, like I said, if you ain't down with the government, you're a terrorist. I'm just going to read brief excerpts. So it says, EU to adopt new laws on terrorism. So it says September 2001. You can see that there. It says, in the wake of tragic events in the USA. So you can see that it's, sometime in like mid-September. But then you come down here and you read unlawful seizure of or damage to state or government facilities, right? So basically that is, or you have all of these Occupy, all of these Occupy New York, Occupy London, So these like I was saying, these guys don't seem to really realize, what it is that they were Slovakia. They don't seem to realize that everything that we've been saying thus far is true, So now I'm just gonna jump on to some. Actually, no. I actually closed it. Slovakia. If you give me a sec, let me just. Actually, I got it here. Slovakia. Got it. I had it open in a different tab. It says, Project Megiddo was a report researched and written by United States FBI under Director Louis Freeh. Released on October 20th, 1999, the report named followers of white supremacy, Christian identity, the militia movement, black Hebrew Israelites, and apocalyptic cults as potential terrorists who might become violent in reaction to the new millennium. Now you have to understand that they don't care. This didn't stop at the new millennium. Us people here, we're not black Hebrew Israelites, we're Hebrew Israelites. Because not all Hebrew Israelites look the same. We have to realize that, we're the main target at the end of the day. We're the main target. Forget all of these, other guys. All of these so-called ISIS, which are set up by the FBI, CIA. And Christian identity. People ain't down with this whole faggot movement. So with that, I'm just gonna go into some scripture, man. These are basic ones. So Revelations 2:10 says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. And be thou faithful unto death, and I'll give thee a crown of life." Because, like I said, man, some of us, man, in this truth, are gonna have to go through these things. Some of us are gonna have to be put in concentration camps. Hey, some of us are gonna have to lose our heads. You know, a female been stocking up on guillotines, man. This is Jeremiah 13:16 says, oh no, it's like that's not what I want. Yes, like Jeremiah 13:7 says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So, and see, when all hell breaks loose, man, and you know people are put in concentration camps and all of that, you know that's gonna be, you know, Jacob's trouble, and Esau's gonna try to push that chip on you, man. You know, and ultimately these are the things, you know, we have to look forward to being in this truth. You know, which is why it's always a thing of build up your faith, build up your faith, because at the end of the day, man, you know, you that's all that could save you, man. You know, when you're in those concentration camps and Esau's, you know, having a play with you, man. So Revelations 12:12 says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time. Right? And each time we're at camp, man, really and truly, we're protesting against this society, man. You know, we're calling, we're basically sending out that vibration, which is slowly but surely taking, you know, breaking down this man's kingdom. Because what we're bringing out the truth. You know, so to answer that question, you know, are protesters terrorists, extremists? Yeah, they are. You know, and I'll brought it out here in the in this article. You know, I'll leave a link. Yeah, they are. You know, and this is all going to be used in a way to bring in the new world order, and from there on as well. Also, that, you know, Esau's going to start coming for us, man. You know, so with that I'm going to say shalom.